Hello, hello, and welcome back to 1111 True Crime. Mama D coming at ya. Now it's the tables are flipped. Instead of me doing the reading and telling you what everything is and asking all the questions, I'm going to let you take over as private eyes and ask the questions for us, and then I will pull the cards to get your answer. Now, we're covering the Nancy Guthrie case, and it could be about anything in the case. You don't have to agree with me. I always say that. I appreciate everybody's opinions as long as you're respectful. All right, my lovelies. So with that, we're just going to get started right away. We're on third video for today, third live. And yeah, Zoe says, while you're waiting, check out the shop. Here it is right here. And you guys, you can get this wonderful Jersey Girls lotion, as well as goat milk soap, all kinds of wonderful cards. And speaking of that, hi Nikki UK, hello everybody. And if you are watching from home and you're in the live audience, but maybe you're not chatting, maybe they'll ask your questions, so stay tuned. We're going to be talking about Nancy Guthrie in Tucson, Arizona. And so the first question up is Marty, and thank you again, Marty, for the order today from the shop. Thank you. Question: did they lie to Nancy Guthrie to get her out of the house? Did they lie to Nancy Guthrie to get her out of the house? We have the King of Cups. We have contract, hierophant, establishments. And we have the story of Nancy Guthrie. Everything is alleged. Remember, you may have a different interpretation of the cards. That's absolutely fine. I do go with traditional meanings, as well as I do true crime tarot, which is basically a little bit of a twist off of the traditional tarot. So we have a big yes, because we got a yes in the first three cards, which generally means favorable. We have this aha idea. Queen of Pentacles could represent Hillary Clinton, because that's what I named at the beginning of all the reads, right? We have two. We have, look. Oh yeah, we do. Look at this. We have this King of Cups and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So we have this deep emotion here, a deep attachment. King of Cups is a very deep thinker, but they look cool, calm, and collected on the outside, but underneath, they have a lot of worry about a contract, and they come up with an aha idea. So this is contractual. This is establishments. This is, a pledge, right? An oath that you take. So this person has an oath that they have offered to do something. So they're under contract or oath or obligation. And it's a king. And they've got this aha idea. And yes, they lied to Nancy. What they're basically saying to Nancy is, come with me. We have to do some self-preservation, because we have this Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is self-love. The cup is overflowing. You only get one cup. That's yours. You can collect many, but you have one cup that you reserve for yourself. This is a self-cup of love. So they told her that there was some gathering, that all the family is gathering. This is a gathering card. This is coming together, three people coming together in this card for self-preservation. So the answer would be highly likely that the answer would be yes, that it's favorable, that they told her that the family, I'm guessing just from the Three of Cups, had to self-preserve. So there's definitely a reason behind it, because it's coming from this King of Cups, which may well be a family member that came up with this idea, but it's because they're obligated to do so. They've either been paid to do so, or they've given their word that they will do so. So yes, they lied to Nancy and told her it was self-preservation, according to the cards. All right, my lovelies, let's go ahead and continue and see what other wonderful questions you guys have. Now, I do jump around a lot, so if I do skip your question, don't fret. I'll probably come back to it. Why did Tommaso go to Italy? Jennifer Swain. Why did Tommaso go to Italy? There was a plan, and there's the world card. So we have this planned. It was planned. That's the first part. It was planned that way. And we have a little bit of this. Okay. It was to put the burdens down. And the burden, I'm not trying to be rude here, could be Nancy. We have burdens. We have this trying to get everybody on the same page. Look at all the wands. Communication, communication. Passionate communication. And this person has a plan of world travel. He's holding the world card, right? He's making a plan. And this is everybody not on the same page. Mass communication, mass confusion. They're trying to make a star, but you can see they're not getting that star put together very well because everybody's going chaos. So he went there because of the chaos, confusion, and to put the burden down. 10 wands. He couldn't carry another stick if he had to, another wand. So that's interesting. All right, my lovelies. That was an excellent question. Thank you, Jen, and happy birthday, my beautiful. Jennyville question, does the family of Nancy know what has happened to her? Does Nancy's family know what happened to her? Swift action. Knight of Swords, something that happened very swiftly. It's meant to come out, it will. There it is. Knight of Cup, Abandon, and Messenger. All right, so this is very, very interesting. We have two knights, and they're in opposite directions. So we have swift action for an offer. They know that there's swift action for an offer, basically, of abandonment. This is somebody that, and there's a messenger, a page, abandoning a messenger. Explain this Five of Pentacles, this offer to abandon the message, offer to abandon message. Queen of Swords, the truth. I am unclear. So the question is, does the family know? It's almost as if they're in the know, but they're abandoning a message that is truthful. They're abandoning the truth. Why didn't the tarot just produce the liar, cheater, thiefer card then? All right, so there's something weird here. They know they took swift action. They took the action, swift action, to offer almost church. You know what I'm saying? These are beggars outside the church. An offer of church and messenger. Truthful message. Well, the church is about truthful message. I am unclear. I will say that they most likely do, according to the cards. The cards are saying that there's swift action taken, but I'm not quite clear on that abandoning the truth. Hey, Liam, good question. Was Nancy taken due to financial issues? Was Nancy taken due to financial issues? We have the Nine of Cups, which has to do with a yes, it's favorable, but it's a bartender in a way. It's a wish fulfillment, a wish. somebody had a wish. Somebody in charge wanted this. It's definitely a secret. Okay, so we got the Ace. Oh my. Enough said, right? Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Now, the Ace of Cups did come in reverse. I will say that, which is often can be seen as a no. Not necessarily, but it could mean not necessarily no. It could mean there's a hidden yes. There's hidden payment. And then with this following up, this would tell me that this is a yes, it was a hidden payment by somebody that wanted this to happen. So it wasn't necessarily that Nancy was taken because of financial issues. It was that somebody had financial issues and that the opportunity was given to them to make the money. Did that make sense? Wow, that was very interesting question. Thank you, Liam. I greatly appreciate such good questions. Dee Dee Jones' question: is the family in denial about what happened to Nancy? Well, before I answer that, we're going to talk about denial. And I'm not talking in the Amazon. The family is obviously, if they're misleading the public, they are denying that they had anything to do with it. So if you were, is a family in denial about what happened to Nancy, you could see that as they're denying to the public that they didn't have anything to do with it, but they really could be involved. See what I'm saying? Or we could go with, are they not believing that somebody abducted her? So that's a little bit of a tricky question, Dee Dee, but I'll do my best and we'll see what we get for an answer. The question is the family in denial about what happened to Nancy? We have solid and doing good. I mean, that's a 9 of Pentacles. She's steady as she goes. That's a really good card. That means everything's going in your favor right there. Having to cut something out. 2 of Pentacles is having to cut something out. Queen of Swords, truth. Having to cut out the truth. I will say that they're not just in denial. There are family members that are lying. Bottom of the deck, we have mental imprisonment. They're worried because they're liar, cheater, thiefers. So it's not just that they're in denial. They are denying something that they know is a lie. They know they're telling a lie. And this could be seen as it's not true that she's imprisoned, right? Because this is the liar, cheater, judgment. Correct. I'm right. I'm absolutely right. Judgment. They're stuck. Ace of Swords, the truth is coming out. Look at that. Their hidden secrets, the moon, are being revealed to the sun. So what that means is we just got done. Today we are having that blood moon, which means there is going to be some truth coming out after this blood moon. And in that, we're going to find out about some payouts. Those payouts came from the money tree, and this is the idea. And who's behind the money tree? We're going to find out in time. So they're denying it, but they're lying. There are family members that are lying, allegedly, according to what the cards are saying. Remember, everything is for entertainment purposes only. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Make sure and ask your question, lovely. Welcome to Private Eyes. Thank you so much. Enid, good question. Was the plane involved in her disappearance? We're going to say Nancy. Was a airplane involved in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? You're getting the goat, Enid. You're getting our goat. Because that's an amazing question. Why didn't I think of that? Because you're better at it than me. Truly. All right. Is there a plane involved in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? Woo, baby, baby. Yes. Dang, I knew it was going to say yes. We got Ace of Wands, which is yes, and we do have some confusion. We have a lot of offers. Let's get an understanding. Deck in the upright. What is this about confusion? Clear up the confusion. All right. Wait for it to come out. There it is. The Emperor, the Chariot. Boom, shaka, laka, boom, shaka. So the Emperor represents, all of my read today represents Mr. Clinton. Mr. Billy Boy. The Chariot. This is the mode of transportation. This would tell me that if we're clearing up the communication issue, this confusing thing here is, yes, the plane was used. Absolutely. Aces are yes. And that plane had something to do with the Emperor as a mode of travel. Interesting. Yes, indeed. It is very highly favorable that there was a plane involved. Amazing question. All right, let's see. Who else has a question that I haven't asked, that I haven't answered before? Question. Jan Funk. Hello, lovely. Question. Excuse me. Has Nancy passed away? Okay, what now? Question. Has Nancy passed away? Does the family know where she is? Okay, that sounds like two questions. So, does the family know where she is? We'll go with that one. Does the family know where Nancy is? Does the family, King of Swords, truth spoken, they absolutely do. And she's fine. She's the Nine of Pentacles. She's doing well. This is doing fantastic. This is standing up on your own, independently. Queen of Pentacles, doing well. Look at this. Look at this. She's somewhere in the world. She's traveled. She's traveled to a place. She could be on an island. I'm just saying. We've got this little vacation going on. What's behind that? Yes, like it's all roses. It's all like, yeah. And this person helped. This King of Cups is the one that helped get her there. Wow. Yes, the family knows where she is and knows she's doing well, according to my read. Definitely a clone, not real Liam, as sensible question. Is it a clone? Spilled paint furniture flipper. Hello, lovely. Welcome back. If this was planned and Nancy is still alive, will she ever go home? You mean back to her house? Well, Nancy returned back to her home in Tucson. Yes. It's saying yes. She'll return home. We have clarity about it. But there's something tricky because she gets a whole new beginning. Depending how far you've come, and there's something shady. But there is some truth spoken about swift. She would pop in and out real swift. I don't think people would see her. An exchange for self-love at the home. That is interesting. Spilled paint. Thank you, lovely. Kraken, welcome to Private Eyes. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of stuff going on. Welcome, Kraken, to Private Eyes. I greatly appreciate you joining. Spilled paint for furniture flipper. Hello, you say you're awesome, Mama D. Sending love your way. Thank you for the $6.99 snooper chat. Thank you, my love. Greatly appreciate that. Hi, Seeking Justice. Was this an act of revenge? Was this an act of revenge? Communication, 8 of Wands. About traffic. It's It's about communication of traffic. Isn't that what the depositions are about? Is communication? Asking about the traffic. Autofocus, please. Autofocus, please. Interesting. Judgment. Yes. Yeah, this is definitely somebody you could see it as revenge. You could see it as revenge. However you want to take it. Judgment is a firm yes. We have communication and we have the traffic card and Ace of Swords. It's about this. It's about this communication of traffic. And judgment you could also see as the depositions where they're being judged, right? So it all ties together about the depositions, the traffic, the communication about the traffic. And you could see these, oh my gosh. You could see this as, and if you know, you know, the altar, I mean, what do they call that on the island, on Jeffrey's Island? They had that little, like, Egyptian room that had the trapdoor that leads out to sea, and it was painted all weird, like Egyptian. Damn. Ace of Swords on the bottom, that's the clarity. Look at that. That's the legacy. Wow. Very favorable to that. That was a good question. All great questions. We're going to do, let's see, we're going to do 2 more questions. Seeking justice. Question, does Jeffrey have anything to do with Nancy going missing? Does Jeffrey Epstein have anything to do with Nancy going missing? Well, we're traveling to common grounds, and the idea is this is moving away from, I kid you not, traditional tarot. This is somebody leaving the island that was like hell, and it was turbulent, and they're going to common grounds on a safer shore. That's the story. So interesting. That's also technically a yes in the tarot. Does Jeffrey Epstein have anything to do, even his subject, with the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? We have celebration. Also a favorable card with putting something down, cutting something out. And something not being seen. In other words, distraction. Look, he's distracted over here by these 3 cups. Right? He's ignoring what's important, which is this hand from the universe saying, hey, this is important. Look right here. Look over here. And he's like, I can't. I'm too focused over here. So this is redirection. This is distraction. So what we have is we're asking, does Jeffrey have anything to do with Nancy going missing? The answer is we're coming away from an island, right? We're trying to get to calmer ground. Legit. We have this celebration. In other words, this gathering, this meeting. This could be the depositions, the meeting, the gathering. Having to put something down. Having to let go of something with a distraction. Very much so. Yes, we have our deck party tomorrow. I'm so excited, you guys. I got all kinds of new decks. I can't wait to show them to you. We have a lot of fun stuff going on. My bird Sunny, hello, my lovely. Let me clean up my deck. And then we're going to ask your question. My bird Sunny, you say, did Nancy call Adult Protection Services APS? No. We actually, I don't even need to pull a card. I'll come up and explain it. We have found out that factually, that a neighbor actually called them after Nancy was missing. I know it sounds weird, but they saw the blood and they called. So we know that. But we're going to do one more question just because it is Jennifer Swain's birthday. Was Nancy aware what was to take place? Was Nancy in the know of this all, this plan, the real plan? Communication. That's usually a yes. 8 of Wands is favorable. Temperance, Archangel Michael, protector of children. Oh my gosh, right? Here I'm talking about the JE depositions with the Clintons, and I got communication of protector of children. Was Nancy in the know as to what was going on? And then I get the traffic card. Protector of children, Archangel Michael, Sagittarius, Temperance card. To the traffic card. With the Egyptian stripes from whatever place you want to call that on the island that was painted white and blue stripes. Right? The altar. I can't even think of what it's called. Bottom of the deck. I'm dying to know. Swift action. She sure was. Wow. All right, you guys. I know that a lot of you I didn't get to. I'm so sorry. I only got so much time in a day, but please, please tune back in. You will have another chance to ask your questions. We go day by day here. We have our deck party tomorrow night. I know you guys get just as excited as I do. A lot of giveaways tomorrow night, straight out of the shop, which you might want to check the shop out at 1111decks.com. I'll give you a little window here and point at it right down here. And that way you can see as I add things in tonight, get your items figured out. Some of you like to place your orders early. As you know, a lot of the items I have are one only. And so you're worried somebody else will get it, which is really helpful to me. But I want to thank you all so very much for asking such incredible questions. And again, thank you, Spilled Paint Furniture Flipper. You're awesome as well. And thank you, Kraken, for becoming a private eye, as well as all our other private eyes. Greatly appreciate it. I guess in summary, I'll let you guys kind of dig yourself into what you think. You know, your opinion does not need anybody else's permission. That's a fact. My opinion doesn't either. In my opinion, the cards are showing me that the family knew, Nancy knew, and that they were doing it because in their mind, they were protecting what was right. They're not seeing it as wrong, even though I am. Okay? But it doesn't mean it's factually true. The cards lead me a certain way to believe, and in general, I'm right. But there could be that off time where I'm wrong. So take it with a grain of salt. But with that being said, to me, it's saying that the family knew that Nancy's all safe and well, tucked away and hidden by family. And that this is a huge distraction to keep everybody's eyes over there while the depots are going on. So that's what I feel anyway. Again, thank you so much for everything that you do for me. Appreciate it. For the channel, for our lovely family here. Let me get that scrolled up and get ready for our outro. I know you guys love our outro song. It is absolutely made for us. It's wonderful. I heard it one night and it happened to be something that YouTube approved, and I was like, oh, that song is so us. And the shop does give me the opportunity to continue to be the voice for the voiceless. When YouTube isn't steady, you guys are steady. You guys are the most amazing, loyal people, and I am just so blessed to have you in my life every day. I greatly appreciate you. I hope you will reciprocate the love by hitting the like button. Maybe if you haven't subscribed, you're like, why not? Right? I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now. Peace out. I love you. To the moon and back forever and ever and ever and ever.
To the dirt I shall return.
What's your matter?
My eyes are closed.
You ready to go potty? I'll take you out. I'm gonna take you out.
My enemies will think they won, but I am here to stay. Destiny will overcome. No, I am not afraid. Like a thief.